Now we're recording. So,
Hey, wow.
Are you recording
Thumbs up.
audio or video?
video and audio.
Ooh, so the memes will also be recorded. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yay. The internet shall know your meme. So, we open up as the group exits the silent forest, entering back into Olafsbjorg, witnessing a small group of wounded and very wounded men and women coming back into town. Some look just utterly annihilated, as if missing an arm, some missing legs. It looks pretty bad as they march inside the town, some laying down on the outskirts, some entering town, going to what you all, with the time that you've spent in the town and traveling in the town, you would know the doctor in a general sense. As people stay clear of them, some going up, trying to help. And then we cut back to you. What do you all want to do?
Where are we?
Olafsbjorg. Boop.
Oh, okay.
Probably pronouncing it wrong, but hey, whatever.
I was saying Olafsborg in my head, so you're probably okay. Well, I guess we got what we came for. We can, make our way to location Dose, which is, where the Heart Fury guy. Any objections?
No.
I believe we are mostly in agreement.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we can all head down south together, and we can confront this guy at the Far Fury residence. Because I think if Far Fury, I'm saying Far Fury. Whatever.
You're
Because
right.
if we get him as soon as he is out of imprisonment, then his family will know that we are after them. But if we wait till he gets back, then we can follow him to the house and we can get what we want, because what I need is at the house. You, Quill, and you guys don't know anything about this, do you?
Not that I no.
Neither do I, actually.
Master?
You don't know anything
What do
about
you
Far
think?
Fury?
No, I know of them and about them, but I don't know what you need from them.
Well, I guess I can tell you guys that. So you need what you need. I also need to kill Far Fury. I kind of want to cause him a little pain before he goes. Just for me. But, at their house are the remains of someone who, I need to put to rest, so to speak.
Okay. Well, whatever you need.
Well, so the story here, Miss Delia and, Quill, is that this guy did some pretty awful stuff to Junior here. And, he's also got something that I need. So he's getting out of prison now. We're gonna go after him. And we're gonna, give him what. Since, the good justice of the king was not delivered.
That seems fine for me.
Alright.
I'm going to sort of jostle Master a little bit.
Sorry, I'm like zoning big time. I genuinely didn't even realize we'd started.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That happens, man.
Happy.
All right, girl. But we start, so you good.
Yeah. Just give me a rundown of what's going on.
Yeah.
again.
So we're in Olivsborg, and Capta and Junia need to go find this guy named Fire Fury, because they need to do some unfinished business and put him down for the sake of all that's holy in the world, and also they need to go to his house.
Okie dokie. Works for me.
And I assume that Segla is cool with that.
You don't know where Segla is.
Wherever he is, he's always following us, you know.
You're not wrong.
Segla, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
That is that. You see Juno kind of jump a little bit. He wasn't expecting a response.
He's right behind you.
Oh god.
Not lying. He is literally right behind you. You turn your head and he's like smiling, blue nose in your face.
Yeah, that's a little weird, man. So
No one ever
I
looks
guess we
behind
should
you.
talk about how to get there. The place we need to be going, I think. 1 second, my map is all zoomed in. He's like turning the map upside down and like throwing it out of his pocket. I think we need to be going to Iron Water.
Yes, that is where he's being held.
Oh, but he lives in Herfura, right?
Yes.
So we need to be going to Herfura, which is a while west of here. So I think we should, as a team, look at our travel option.
Okie dokie.
Y'all got horses? We have horses.
I don't believe we have steeds.
I don't think we do either.
We mostly travel on foot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could leave the horses here in good keeping, I guess, but we could also just buy you some. Would you be cool?
That
We
would
could also
be
we also have a
agreeable.
cart, actually, so I don't even know if you need horses, but you can just sit in the cart.
I could play music better that way to pass the time.
Yeah, I like that idea. So, alright.
And I
Yeah.
worry for any beast going to carry me, if that makes sense.
She's a
No,
little bit heavy.
We could find something that could carry you, but I think the cart's a little bit easier. And then I think only one person needs to sit in the front and drive the cart, and I'm pretty good at that, so y'all are good.
Okie dokie.
You'll like the horses. They're real good girls. One's name is Ginger, one's name is Parsnip. They're the best.
I love them already.
Now, also, if you go on the roads via horse, it'll take you 44 days.
Oh, shit.
Because you're traveling an
That's a
entire
lot of-
continent.
That's true.
How do we get... I think we talked about that we could, like, get there about the same time he's getting there by
Yes.
doing something.
Well, if you travel like that, you can get to Herfura, I think, half a month before he's released. If you want to go to Ironwater, you can, or Ironhold, or Ironwater, sorry, you could get there, I think, 5 days before he's released, depending on what ship you take.
Okay, alright. Well, we kind of planned on meeting him at his place, right? So, we got some time to do something before he gets there.
We had two plans. One was intercepting him, and hello.
No. Leave.
The one was
added something
was
to the playlist called Family Friendly News Song.
Yeah, the one idea was intercepting him before he gets there, taking care of him, questioning him, and having someone pretend to be him, and then using that as a guise to get into his family's residence.
Oh, yeah.
And the other idea was to let him reach his family's residence and they're confronted that way.
Okay, well, the first idea is good, but risky, because if they see through it, then they see through it. But if we let him go home, then he's on his own turf when we confront him, which is a kind of an advantage to him.
But as long as you keep me disguised, he shouldn't see any of your he shouldn't see our ill intentions coming.
Well, I think that's the safer bet. That way he doesn't have, like, all his home stuff, all his whatever prepared for us. We can just get him on the road. We can just travel on the... We can start going south and try to intercept him.
What do you guys think?
Sorry, I got distracted by the fucking child in the text. First of all, Rin, you might want to reset it so this guy's fucking song doesn't run through our shit. Second, pardon?
Wait, what happened?
He jumped in, added a thing called the family-friendly news song to our fucking D&D background music playlist, and then fucked off. So if you don't want that interrupting shit.
No, okay.
Is there anywhere, you'd say that I would be specifically, have been, traveling in, before I, was sort of yoinked out of, well, into the live sort of hallways that we popped into in the first session?
Well, you all were traveling throughout. You just arrived in Olisborg. That's the thing. You all were here whenever this party was here. It was just mere coincidence that you were pulled into the dream.
Oh. Hey. Do you know anywhere we would have been heading from said spot?
You probably, since you all just travel the world mostly, you probably were either in a social hub, which would be the conclave territories. Like, that is literally the mixing pot. That is America. Just better. You could have come from there, or you could have come from Blinsfell. You could have come from anywhere that you want to, more or less.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of take a moment to think. There's like a little click, click, clack as my finger taps my cheek, and I go, well, to be fair, we were mostly traveling wherever we followed our whims, so I see no issue with redirecting course.
It works for me. Sorry, I'm like zoning big time.
Mostly follow my path.
We went on a big trip just now. I understand if you're tired.
I don't really like... I just kind of follow wherever Quill wants to go. I'm just kind of going places, so... Just spreading happiness and music and stories and stuff like that.
You're a traveler. I get that. I used to be that. Well, I do appreciate y'all coming to do our own personal things. You may be travelers, just doing whatever, but You're doing some big favors for us, so thanks at a time.
Not a problem. Like helping people a lot.
So I suppose it's decided for us to.
Alright, well, I guess we should start start going to find this bastard then. Do we need to refill any supplies, like arrows or something?
Yes. If you all want to stock up on supplies, that can be arranged. How many days worth of supplies do you want to purchase?
Well, I don't need anything because my sword doesn't need to be re-ammunitioned or anything. Actually, just buy like 10 arrows or something for my longbow. There's someone who sells something like that around.
Gotta add space.
Is there like a general store or something here?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Once you head in there, there is a older woman and a older man, manning the store. One of the older man is stacking some, jars where you can see pickles, just placing them in. As the older woman greets you, hello. How may we assist you?
Hey, I was wondering, do y'all got some arrows in here?
She shakes her head. We always have arrows.
Yeah, I'd like to get me some of those.
Alright. And she walks over.
They run out of arrows like the day the apocalypse starts.
As this happens, Junia kind of like looks like she gets an idea, and she like ruffles through her things, and she starts counting up the arrows that she has left in the quivers that she has.
I have no clue how many I've left. I hope you do, because
I do. I lost one to JB Dex, one of my +1 arrows, and I have 47 normal arrows left.
Okay, because I had.
I've been keeping track of my arrows. I still have 59 +1 arrows left, which I'm completely willing to give 20 of them to Kabda to use.
All right.
Wait, didn't I give Kabda +1 arrows?
Nope. Not to my knowledge.
Then I do that right now.
We can.
I take 20 of my +1 arrows and I hand it to Kabda.
Oh, well, thanks. Do you have any milkshakes? Or wine?
Oh,
Are you asking the shopkeeper, Junior?
Yes, the shopkeep.
okay. We have milk and also wine.
I'll take the wine.
That can be arranged. What type of wine are you looking for? A bitter wine, a sweet wine,
Let's
red,
go with
white?
sweet.
Okay.
Sweet red.
Do you want a fine wine, or do you want to... This is out of in-game talk, but not old lady. Do you want fine wine, or do you want normal wine?
Let's go find wine.
Alright.
You can afford it.
So...
Junior will just look towards Captain and say, these arrows are a little bit more durable than normal ones, so after we're done fighting, what I usually do is I collect them and clean them off.
Good to know, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How many did I get?
20.
Oh, damn.
And also, you can mark off 10 gold for the fine bottle of wine.
Alright, and then I'll hand it to Junie and I'll say, knock yourself out. Not literally, don't do that. Enjoy the drink.
She'll just blush, put it into the bag of holding, and then just hug Captain aside.
Is that
Alright.
everything?
Yeah, that'll be it. I think we're good to go.
Well, then thank you for the business. And you all leave. And at this point, it's been about. Would you have immediately done this, getting from the forest, or waited around?
What do you think? Would we have done this immediately after getting into town, or waited a little
I
bit?
think we would have like spent a night in a regular inn room and like, you know, rehabilitated. But then the next day, I think, would have been good to go out and buy.
Alright.
Gina would have used the time to enjoy having a bed again.
Understandable.
Well, okay, technically speaking, she wouldn't really know the difference of there being a bed or not. But, I mean...
And also, throughout this time, the time being back in town, you could tell automatically Segla has started selling stuff again. He has the card out, selling small trinkets to people. Like, he's a businessman, and he's good at what he do.
A salesman through and through.
Oh yeah. He's scary good. But as you all fall asleep, you awaken. And you do what you just said. It is now the 19th.
Alright. Guess we'll go on the road then.
Yes. This is like a click, click, click. She just kind of wakes up, shakes her head, picks up her stuff immediately. Yes.
That's cool. Yeah. Sorry if I'm like
That
really
was no.
sorry if I'm like really
It's
spacey
okay.
right now. I'm just
It's alright.
No, you're good.
You're
It's
good.
okay.
No need to apologize.
But as you all leave and you all head the quickest way to Hereford to Bravalor, throughout the journey, it's not that terrible. The plains, sometimes the forest. As you enter later on, I want one of you with advantage or two of you without advantage to roll perception.
Oh.
Um,
I can roll.
Perception.
My perception is +4, so if someone wants to give me advantage,
Mine's 6.
I mean,
Mine's
we
plus
should help.
6.
We should help
Yeah.
Quill do it.
Yeah.
I'm also
Quill's-
+6. So wait, me and
Nestle's
Quill
playing, and Quill's just
Yeah.
sort of leaning out immediately, looking over all
Yeah.
sides.
But still is
me-
playing music the entire time.
Good.
So since I'd be sitting next to Kebda, I'd be keeping an eye out. So me and Quill roll.
Yeah.
Okay. On the count of 3, or just roll?
Just roll.
Roll. 1, bop.
Wow.
Kebda's too distracting.
Yes, I was about to actually see that. Just caught up in the magnificence of Kabda. But Quill, it's strange. About 6 days into the journey, you just see this figure, and it's hauling ass towards you in the air. It's
Ah.
weird. Mainly because you've never really suspected to see a horse and a man riding a horse flying at you through the air.
I didn't realize that there were roads in the sky. She says this and immediately just sort of taps on Marcelo's shoulder.
Oh, Skyroads. That does not.
Look.
That doesn't look that good.
Oh lord.
Do you think we should do something about this, or
It's coming right to. What does it look familiar?
No,
do I
you've-
recognize it at all?
no. Oh,
Not anything I've read in any stories? Or is this just a random horse flying through air?
Does it look hostile?
no. As it
There's a horse flying in the air.
well, there's someone riding the horse too.
Does the person look hostile?
Not really. Like they're a distance away. Just with the 23, you were just able to see the glints of them. Just really squint to find them. Like, oh yeah, there's someone riding a horse. All right, that's weird.
Of course. Look
Yeah.
at this fucking air.
I'm gonna bunker down immediately, on the back of the cart, like I did in the hotel room. Shield up, I put the crossbow behind it, and I'm just watching this situation.
I'll wave
I-
and say, hail and well met as loud as I can.
I guess, considering my role, Junia is somewhat. You know how a child is with his seatbelt?
Yes.
Junia is entangled in Kabda's cloak.
God.
Yeah, if we have to fight, that might be a problem. Yeah, I'll just yell and hail the right.
All right, you do so, and within the next minute or so, you see the figure just gets more and more visible. As it's strange, they're riding a horse very similar to Segla's. It's a blackened steed, shadow whipping off of it.
Does it have wings?
It does not. It's weird.
But
Yeah,
it's
a
not a
flying
water
horse.
weird.
Shut up. As they reach you, they immediately turn towards Segla and nod at all of you, just like it's a human man, darker armor, plate mail, but whenever he moves, it doesn't really make a sound. Long sword on side, shield on back, as he pretty much hops off the horse, and once he does that, the horse disappears. It just turns into a ball and poof.
Ooh.
Whoa. Segle, you know this guy?
Yes, I do. And he hops off his horse, and the horse stays, and the man walks to them and starts more or less leaning in, telling him a few things. Does anyone want to do anything while this happens?
So this guy has just appeared on a flying horse and started fucking Chinese whispers, like fucking gossiping in a goddamn Segla's ear.
Yeah.
Seeing that this guy is actually with this dude, I'm gonna put the crossbow away, but I'm still not gonna put the shield away, and I sort of jostle it like bonk bonk and shift it around on the cart to try and catch attention, and I immediately go, "Who are you? And what is your reason for approach?"
He looks at you, and as I find the character sheet, he is once you finally get a good look at him now, I can describe what he completely looks like, getting a good look at his face. Blonde hair, blue eyes, a dark tan. He looks young. Not very young, maybe around 17 to 20. Age-wise.
He looks like a California beach boy.
He does. Just wearing...
Hey, California.
but wearing completely black armor. Plate mail.
Jesus.
He's tall as fuck. He's a 6'4" younger man, which is weird.
Do they feed those people to grow them so fast?
Well, you see, it's a strange thing called hormones. It's strange.
It's the
Feeding
powerful
kids-
chili dogs he eats.
Yeah.
Feeding kids hormones these days? Jesus.
Yeah. They really want to get tall. So
I didn't see that on the food pyramid.
it's at it's this corner, the bottom right corner,
Right under carbs.
right under carbs. But you
Oh,
can't
is it
really
like-
see it. You need a
This
magnifying
is right next to
glass.
wheat?
Yeah, it's right
Is
next
it right
to
next to wheat?
maybe. I
What
don't,
if
remember,
he didn't?
I don't remember the fucking food pyramid. This shit was years
I think
ago.
I think bread is like right on top, isn't it?
I think so.
Mm.
That or vegetables.
Anyway, continuing with looking at the California Beach Boy.
He looks at you and like, oh, sorry, my name is Alexander.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Some kind of messenger.
Yes, I was sent to do some stuff.
Aren't we all?
True, yes. But he goes back to speaking with Segla. And with your 13, you don't pick up on a lot, but you do hear some things. The court calls you back, sir. They want to talk over a few subjects that are pressing at the moment. What do you mean, young one? Wasn't that deliberate to know? They just want to tell you. To me. Don't kill the messenger. But it's my job, you know? I know. That's pretty much out of the entirety of the conversation. They have about a good 5-minute conversation. That's what you can pick up. What's
Where did
everyone's?
you get a flying horse?
It's a spell. I was more or less. He shows a small rune on the side of his left hand. Like, it's. I inscribed it into me. It's a. What you could say a modified phantom steed.
I
What's
see.
the phantom steed?
Oh, it's. He points at Segla's horse. It's a spell that you can cast.
You mean that's not a real horse?
No, that's a ghost.
He kind of puts his head in his forehead and makes this like, oh my god, look on his face.
I pet Ginger and say Ginger is better.
You could say that, but
Yeah.
ours can go non-stop for hours and hours and hours.
But Ginger is special.
You say that. But so is mine, and he pats his hand.
And you know what? And you know what? Ginger is
Did you
real.
see that? He has a horse in his hand.
And after speaking for a few moments, oh, what's everyone's passive perception? Almost forgot that.
13.
14?
16.
16.
Okay. So, anyone higher than a 12 would have heard what I said. So,
Okie dokie.
and
Okay.
does anyone have a passive perception higher than 18?
No.
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 This is all I needed to know.
Maybe Lydia does, but I don't know.
Lydia does, but she is also a weapon.
Yeah, she's also looking through my eyes, so she's as perceptive as I am.
But it's up to her if she wants to give away, and also up to me if she wants to give away. No.
Mastilla, did you See, he has a horse in his hand.
That is pretty cool.
Where can I get a horse in my hand?
Well,
Um,
you see,
I don't know.
Would it go through the gloves? She's just like staring at her hand. She's like,
well,
she's like flipping it over with like a click, 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 like looking at the gloves in her hand.
this guy just stares at Segla and like, well, and looks to you. It is a painful process, but
It's alright. I don't have nerves.
She doesn't really feel that much in terms of like pain and stuff.
you know, that's understandable. You might probably
She
would
like
work.
clonks, like she knocks a fist on her hand with a dunk dunk noise.
Well, you would
I
need
have no skin.
you would need the well, I guess you would need a craftsman then, and then an enchanter. All I needed was a knife, but you would need to find someone willing to inscribe a certain rune into you, and then you would need to find an enchanter to more or less enchant the wound or the rune.
The ruined.
Yes, indeed, the rune. I like that word. It's a good word. Can use that. But
It's like some kind of slang.
yes. But and he turns back to Sekla. And given at the ending of the 5 minutes, I'm like, well then, my friends, I'm going to have to leave you. 'Cause
Yeah, well, nice meeting you.
I'll come back, hopefully. Hopefully. He looks more annoyed than anything that he actually has to go somewhere. But he sets up. So I will see you all later. Alexander, if you are willing, stay with them. Just keep an eye on them. If they need help, help them. If they don't, well, don't help them. Listen to them. And he looks over at Kabda. Listen to him.
Sure.
Alexander's like, but sir, get over it. No. I wish you all adieu. And he twinkles his fingers as he gets back on his horse and more or less goes into the wilderness that you're in. At this point, you would be here. You would be going deeper into the woods.
Homie just fucked off.
Oh yeah, he fucked off. But Alexander's just standing there looking at all of you like, hello.
Hello.
I suppose you are a new party member for now.
Great. So happy.
New friend time.
Junior kind of just looks up
Yes,
at Cub and says,
friend.
"So is this the replacement Segla?"
No, I mean, I guess.
It's discount.
So,
Now that's a little mean.
and he,
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know
that's
anything
fair.
about us? Like, where we're going or anything?
well, I was told a little bit. I got a message from some people saying they wanted to speak with Segla. I was sent to scout out a prison in that city. I don't remember the name of the city. Ironhold?
Something like that.
Iron
something.
water.
He claps. That's it. Yes. That is where I was sent to scout out a prison. Watch to make sure if anyone was out, I had to report it. Oh yes, I forgot. The man that I was sent to look after, he got out early.
Oh.
Junie kind of just sinks and hides, like literally just
I forgot.
covering
got out.
herself in.
Got out early, like how early?
Oh, he got out maybe 2 days ago.
Oh my god.
That does not sound good.
That's great. Okay,
oh
so we
my.
have to find this guy.
Do you have any idea which direction he went or where he was heading?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
She asked if he had any idea which direction he was heading, or which direction he went, or where he was heading.
Oh, he was going towards, I guess if Ironwater was the city I was in, Ironhold Bridge. He was going there.
Ah, well, we have our new location, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll go there.
You,
Okie dokie.
Alexander.
Yes.
She sort of leans, like, putting the shield down. She leans on it, like on the domed. Who died? Oh, it was
bot.
the bot. Okay. She leans on the domed part, and just sort of moves forward a little bit, and just sort of just starts inspecting him up and down. What can you do?
I can use my sword. Really good.
I
Sounds
mean,
like a good-
fair.
I'm not like really good at things.
Well,
Did you
everybody has
put
their
that horse
specialties.
in your hand?
Well, I do have that. It's not the best,
So you-
but
You can do magic.
no. This
No?
was more or less a runed spell placed in my hand. I can only use it every little bit, and it's regenerative. So let's say I use it now, which I will be using since we're traveling, I'm guessing.
Ah.
I can only
Yeah.
use it one more time till the day's up.
Oh,
It normally allows for a full day's travel, I rest, then full day's travel, rest. Kinda like that.
Ah, I see. And I turn to Mastela and I blink at her and go, "It's a free horse.
he's free horse.
Free horse."
So,
So we
Pretty
have
crazy.
a sword man with a free horse. Very good.
it's not really free, it's bound. And he just holds to the air and pretty much jumps up. Just getting enough air till from the hand a mist forms, and he pretty much lands on the mist as it fills in the form of a horse.
Oh.
And
You don't have to buy the horse, nor do you have to pay for feed for it.
that
He's
is
free horse.
that is true.
Free horse.
Has the horse ever not come out and yet fell down again?
Whenever I was first learning this ability, yes, I have to time the jump perfectly. I also don't need to do that, but I like doing it.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, is it the same horse coming out, or
Yes, it is the same horse. It's like binding a horse to me forever.
That's ooh, weird. All right,
It's pretty gnarly.
that's one way to say it. Well,
This guy, getting the fucking rune carved into his head. It's free
I
real
mean-
estate.
I imagine you probably have some fighting capabilities.
Yeah, yes.
Hopefully.
I'm good with the sword.
Hey, another sword fella. That's good. Okay. Well, You'll need it, probably.
Well, that's good to know. Why will I need it?
Getting a good fighter, too.
What did you say?
I said we hope to get in a good fighter, too.
Oh, well, that's easy enough. So are we going to kill the guy that I was sent to spy on, or...
Yeah.
Oh,
And we're
that...
gonna steal from his
I
house.
fear so.
Well, that's gonna be hard. Alright.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. If you have to spy on him and he's dead, technically you could just watch the body.
Well, no, I
And you're
was...
technically spying on him.
Thanks for a moment. You're not wrong.
Nope.
But I was more or less sent to report on his things, but also some people above me told me that I had to do this. Tell Segla that he more or less called home. So
So you
Is
need to
Segala-
like spy on his like things and stuff.
yes, kinda.
Well, they want to take some of his things.
Well, I was sent to spy on him in the prison, not his home.
Oh, okay.
And
I
he-
mean, do you want me to continue with the technicalities? Because I can. We could just bring the body back to the prison and then just watch him there.
no, if he's dead, I'm pretty sure I don't need to look at him anymore.
Okay.
And he looks over at Junior, like, you said something?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Well,
Out of character, I forgot what I wanted to say.
Rude.
it had something to do with Segla. I know that much.
Oh, is Sigla your boss?
Well, he's one of them. I have many bosses, but there are some that just outrank Segla.
What? What is he?
Segla?
Is he like the Uber trader?
He is he likes to trade. He got bored of what he used to do, so now he trades. He likes it, so we don't really bother him. And because he could kill any of us. But that's more or less what he is. He just likes doing what he does, so we don't bother him.
Until today, of course.
Yes, I had to.
Well, I hope he's not upset that you guys bothered him.
Oh, he probably is, but he won't do anything because, well, there are people that outrank him, and he is afraid of. Everyone's afraid of them, but he's like, what?
Oh, no, but nobody we know or no one we need to be caring about. So let's be on our way.
Yes.
Yeah.
He thinks. Yes. So, and he just, let's go then.
This guy's probably gonna have his first adventure of his life without being bound to orders.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, all right. Let's start going.
Ah, I will play travel music.
Sounds like a deal.
You play travel music.
Can you play that one you played yesterday? I like that song.
Yeah. I'll do it even better this time.
Nice. All right. And he'll go back up on the front of the cart and start steering it again.
Alright, and you do this for a while. Once you reach the town of Bravior, it's pretty much not a carbon copy of Olafsfjord, but pretty close. The layout is very similar. You find pretty much the same buildings, the same looking. People are different, upside.
Is
But-
there a version of the creepy lady?
To your knowledge, you do see that same building. It's different colors. This one's more of a a darker blue building.
Is it like an uncanny resemblance, or does it look like the same person just did city planning for both of them?
You don't see the person there, what your knowledge, inside. There is a line of people.
Oh no, I think like I have to ask is it like an uncanny resemblance, or is it literally the design and everything of the town was done by the same person? Type thing.
Uncanny resemblance.
No.
It's as if no, they built something that actually works, so they're gonna stick to it.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Because why not change what works?
No, if it's ain't broke, you know. Well, all right. This is a good place to stay, probably. Listen, guys. This is gonna sound random, but I would not recommend seeing the fortune teller.
Okay.
Not a fun time. Interesting time, but not enjoyable by any means.
I think
Existence can be fairly interesting. Either way.
she was just a creepy deja
Not
vu lady.
existing.
I remember fortune tellers. They're actually fairly nice. At least the ones I've ran into.
She's polite. It's just kind of creepy.
Oh, you get used to that. Like creepiness.
Maybe you do.
Deal with creepy all your life. You'll get used to it. That's the upside, the creepy. Just like, yay.
Awkward silence. Everyone just looks at him like we don't want to.
What are you
Super
talking
weird.
about?
He just sits around like, so. He gets up the horse disappears. People are like, what the fuck?
So you're just going to let that hang, huh?
What? Like, well, what do you mean?
Okay, to put this in perspective, he's telling us about weird, and we're not gonna get used to weird stuff. At the same time, Julia's like taking a little bit of cheese, cutting a little bit of cheese off the cheese wheel that she has in her bag of holding, and then while looking at him, and just complete denial over getting used to weird things, as she just slowly and gently lifts up Kevda's hand that's warm, puts the cheese on it till it melts, takes it off and eats it, and she's like, "No, we're not gonna get used to weird things."
Sure. I'm gonna go over here now. He goes to the old
I'm
lady.
gonna pat Vestal on the shoulder. I believe I am already weird enough for the lot of us.
Just pat. You're not that weird.
In perspective to some things, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, I
Looking-
feel like as a group we're pretty weird at this point. It don't matter.
Looking quite concerned towards Kevda. Am I weird?
You're good weird. You're unique.
You hear from a distance,
She's
Alexander.
unique.
Like, yeah, you're kind of weird.
She's unique.
All of you are weird.
That one's a good one.
Thank you. I tried. It took me a second to like, oh wait,
No. Junia will just blush and smile and hug Kevda's side.
Aww.
It's kind of
You're
cute.
like
Not-
better
not-
at it.
Yeah, not hearing what Alexander said.
Which part?
When he walked off and yelled back weird. At that point, she was just kind of like, just enjoying the moment.
He yells back weird.
He yells back,
You
nah,
have a horse in your hand.
nah. He yells back, nah, or you all are kind of weird. And as he's walking to the fortune teller lady, what you can suspect, and then once you all start hugging, that's kind of cute. Once he gets to the house and just crosses his arms and Waits nervously.
You're weird, but I said, y'all are kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It's weird, but it's okay.
Okay, that guy's a little funny.
Could you say he's weird? Weird doesn't sound like a word anymore. Let's stop saying it.
How about funky?
Yeah, that's a better one. That guy's a little bit funky.
Yeah.
A little bit jazzy, even.
Ooh.
Jazzy.
I like this
yeah.
music, dog. I can get behind this.
Well, funky guy's gonna be over there seeing the fortune teller. Y'all want to do anything?
I don't know.
Kind of hitting a blank. No,
All
with
right,
everything
well,
with everything going on, I don't really know what to think.
is there a tavern nearby? I might go to the
Yeah,
tavern.
that might be good.
There is a tavern. There's always a tavern. As you
Right.
reach,
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
as you reach the tavern, there isn't really a sign. There's literally just an axe hanging. So, you don't know what you can get from just an axe hanging from where a sign would be.
Oh, what?
Just an axe hanging from where the sign is, or where it should be.
Sure, this isn't like the woodcutters or something.
You could, well, as you pop in, no, it's a tavern. It's a fairly well-stocked tavern.
Well, that's interesting.
I want
This
to
place is
hear.
called the Axe.
Abstract, but
Mhm.
sparks curiosity, I suppose.
So symbolism or something.
I'd like to look around. Are there people eating normal food?
Yeah.
I am relieved.
Yeah. Well, I'll go up to the counter and I'll say hi to the bartender.
The bartender, as he turns around, and now you can see why probably the Axe is the name of the bar. Because you just see a giant axe hanging up behind the bartender. Just like, he turns over like, oh, how may I help you, Dragonborn, sir?
And I just see like Junia just like leaning over Keb's shoulder. Whiskey.
Oh, small lady.
Yeah, you got any whiskey?
He just stares at you, just nods his head like, yeah. Don't have whiskey. Who the hell would I
Kev,
be?
Kevda, have you ever
You know that's a
been?
good point.
Have you ever found an inn or a bar that didn't have whiskey, or good whiskey?
Oh, good whiskey? Oh yeah, there are plenty of like places that just serve you swill. I went to one place that just didn't straight up have it, but that's because they ran out, you know.
And he, once he gets back, do you want the bottle, or do you want shots?
Nah, just a shot would be good.
He places down and looks at the small female elf. Just, do you want a shot too, or?
Kind of scratching my cheek. Sure.
Alright. He places down it's like a double shot glass as he fills it to a little more than halfway. And like, well then, there you go. Do you want to start a tab, or?
No, we're just visiting.
Alright. That'll just be a gold then.
And I'll
Each
hand it
or
over.
for both?
So this place
For
looks
both.
a lot like Olafsborg. Is there a reason for that?
Oh yes, Olafsborg is our sister town. They were built at the same time, so more or less by the same contractor too. It was weird, but people say this all the time.
Are the Deja Vu ladies related?
What?
The creepy voodoo ladies, are they related?
What's
The
voodoo?
one from this town.
The fortune teller.
Oh. No, they're not related. But they are all just creepy.
Someone who
And agreed.
sees our perspective.
But respect them, because, well, commanding fate. It's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, that's the part that's creepy.
We make our own fate.
You say that, but it's already written out.
You know, Junia is not intelligent enough for the argument I was about to make, so I'll shut up. Just know you're wrong. I know you're wrong. Junia doesn't know you're wrong.
You don't know. There are gods more powerful than gods that know everything, that are omnipotent.
The argument I was about to make, like the moment someone knows what's gonna happen in the future, just knowing already changes the future.
So wait, they're gods of the gods.
Yes.
One might even call them a master of dungeons.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, they're more or less gods that don't need people. They're just above all the other gods in power, in every aspect.
Well, this is not what I thought I would learn in the bar today, so
At least that's what I think.
interesting.
Like, it makes sense. Gods having gods.
I always thought that gods were like the
The end all be all.
head honchos, you know.
This is way above my pay grade. I know nothing.
Oh,
I believe what he says.
hey.
Wait. There's a different one. There's a different one I need to roll for this. Where is it?
Belief. Like, he believes it, so he's not telling a lie. Like, he believes it,
Okay.
so. You're like, oh yeah, makes sense.
It works.
This is a lot to take in.
But it's all up to belief. You might, if you don't believe it, well, it doesn't really matter. If you do,
Are-
But
well,
so I can
Hmm.
believe like that God is actually just a wheel of cheese.
you could.
Hmm.
Do you
Don't
pray
believe
to?
that. Or you'll find a way to eat him.
What if he's just a wheel of cheese that never goes away? Maybe that's his philosophy. Partake of the cheese, for the cheese is infinite.
Sure.
The cheese because the cheese is good.
Yeah.
Slowly
I like
noms
that
in a small
philosophy.
piece of cheese.
Ah, he has a disciple.
Hey.
If enough people believe in him, he might come true.
So I have like pills to the side and like hand and just hear like ha 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 ha.
His name is going to be God Consola.
Yes.
So
That's the part.
gods are like fairy tales and the boogeyman. It's real if you believe in it.
Kinda. Even though they're proven to be real, they're proven to do stuff. And also, the boogeyman technically is real because there's demons and devils, so which are gods in their own right. Like they are powerful enough to, if they gang up on a god, they could probably kill a god.
I will just say this: Junia adamantly refuses to believe in the boogeyman.
You say that.
We didn't have the boogeyman where I grew up. His name was Gargathesh. He stole your scales in your sleep.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh my.
what would be the boogeyman that Junia would have learnt of in Ravenmount?
In Raven, there isn't really a boogeyman tale in Ravenmount, mainly because it's overrun with too much religion shit to deal with the boogeyman. So Ravenmount
No, I mean,
probably
like,
doesn't
Or
have.
is this the devil?
It's
it
just
would
the
probably
devil.
be
Yeah.
it would probably be something along the lines of like a certain type or a specific named lich or something.
Actually, no. Most liches are dead to everyone's knowledge, because
Oh, and I was just thinking like the one thing that vehemently just defies the
Suppose they would
What?
be.
Liches get stitches.
what's the deity's name again? Raven Queen? No, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she absolutely hates and detests liches. So I was just thinking that might have been like the scary little stories that they would pass off to children to make them believe in the Raven Queen's cause.
it's understandable. They just tell stories of the undead, just in general. Like, yeah, zombies are bad, kids. Kill them. Like, yeah.
I agree. I need more fire arrows.
And that's how they convert kids to the Raven Queen. Like, hey kids, you want to kill a zombie? Hey kids, do you want to kill a dead body? Not, do you want to see a dead body? Do you want to kill one? And like, hell yeah. Like, yeah, kids. And that's how Raven Queen followers are born.
I was gonna make
And you
a.
want to pick up this dead thing and then kill it again?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Incoming Jade jokes.
Oh boy.
No. We do not speak that.
Oh my.
Oh, that's the boogeyman.
Oh my god.
I've got no clue who it is, but
It's Jade, the boogeyman.
He's our Voldemort.
oh,
The
no.
asshole.
Oh
The
fuck yeah!
guy
that
that
bitch.
we booted.
Yeah. Does this establishment have good food?
What do you consider good food?
Well, what kind of meats do you have?
Well, we have cow, we have lamb, we have sheep, we have ram, we have...
What's the difference between lamb and sheep?
Well, I don't fucking know. It's something. My wife...
One is younger and more tender.
Sure. My lamb... My lamb. Fuck. My wife. She labels everything. So, I just read it back there.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't...
Well, that's effective, I suppose.
I guess. But it's all fresh. We have chicken too, if you like chicken.
how about a fairly thick cut steak?
That can be arranged.
Ooh, and a mushroom sauce, cheese and mushroom sauce.
That can also be arranged. And he looks at everyone else.
I sort of like start like thinking. There's like a vrr starts up in their head, and she just looks at Vestala and just. Do you know if there's things that I can eat?
I don't know. Do I know if there's things that she can eat?
I am still quite new to this.
Well. Maddie, as you think, the bartender also thinks, because, like, well, Warforged, we do. There is a, in quotations, he does this, resident Warforged here. He does eat every once in a while. Strange.
Why did you put it in the air quotes?
Because he travels in between here and another town.
Huh. What? One of my brothers?
Yes. He travels in between here, Bravalor, and Olafsbjorg, Holmgar, Lunder. He travels just the general area. Just keeping roads clear. To my knowledge, he's here. You got lucky. He should be making his way to Holmgar, the Lender.
Maybe we could
Sounds
find
like a
him.
plan.
Ooh, I'd like to just look around the establishment and see what they have like adorning the walls, because some taverns have like trophies and different kinds of interesting things on the walls to just kind of make the place seem more alive.
Axes.
Axes.
Axes of different sizes.
So many.
You see, there's the smallest axe you've ever seen, and it's like the size of your pinky finger. It was like, but then it
Who
goes
wants
up
to
to the
mouse?
one behind him, which is the largest axe you've ever seen. It's not a great axe. It's larger than a great axe.
It's a pretty great axe, though.
It's pretty great.
Is it wieldable big or unwieldable big?
He looks
Unwieldy, you might say.
he looks strong enough to wield it. You don't know how good though.
I think Cabda's strong enough to wield it.
Well, let's not be presumptuous.
I
But I mean, if I'm allowed to try,
He looks at you, looking at. Do you want to try and pick it up?
sure. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, let's
wait.
try.
Wait,
He-
hold on. Hold on, Captain, before you do that, hold on. To make sure I can do this.
The guy just walks over, picks it up with one hand. Just like
Jesus,
Oh.
how big? How big is he?
Damn.
he's about 7.5 feet tall. So, and he is built like a tank.
I'm gonna walk up to Cabda real quick and just be like, okay, now, I know you're really strong, but like, just I take this little right here, and she kind of takes like a little bit of fur, and just kind of puts it, just pats Cabda's shoulder, like I believe in you, and you got this, and I'm casting enhance ability on Cabda
Alright.
for
Wisdom. Just kidding.
bull strength, and also giving you inspiration as well. So
Okay.
you have advantage and a what the fuck is it?
I'm gonna.
And
If
a
it's
D8.
an athletics roll, I'm gonna pump a guidance.
And he
I
just
believe in you. You got this.
We take one look at this axe and we
okay.
just buff the shit.
and Junior's contribution is literally just like looking at like both hands like kind of up. You know that thing where you're like you 100% have so much belief that the person can do it that they cannot fail in your opinion.
he more or less drops it in your hands. Make a strength check.
Okay.
Advantage, and you have a D8 and a D4.
Save or just check?
Just a check.
with advantage with a D8 and D4.
Okay, and then plus a D8 and a D4.
Yep.
Yep.
And
That
Cabda's
was 44. Take the first one. So plus 3.
So
3.
26.
And then this one.
and Cabda's carry capacity got doubled. So
Yeah.
Why is there a not one there? Heck.
So, whenever he drops it, and it is heavy, but you wield it, and you know just off the top of your head, you can't wield it perfectly in battle, because it's just too big. But you could use it. And it's hefty.
Well, that's a pretty cool sword you got.
It's an axe, not a sword.
I mean, I meant X. It's the whiskey,
Success.
probably.
Got swords on the brain. But he
Yeah,
takes
you
it
know.
back, one arm again, and just like hangs it back up. Like,
see, I told you Cabda could do it.
yes, they look strong.
He is quite powerful.
That's good. He just like
All right. Well, we don't have to keep talking about how strong I am. That's a little. And he looks like super embarrassed.
I feel like if our characters go into like some sort of sports, it'd be like boxing. Kevda would be the boxer, Juno would be the cheerleader, and then Madeline and I can't see your character names anywhere. I'm so
Oh,
confused.
here, hold on.
Yeah, you two would be like one would be the coach and the other one would be the hype man. You know the coach and the coach's assistant. Yeah, Mistilla and Quinn, I believe.
Go.
Quill.
Cool. Okay.
No, we're just talking about things.
I'm going to sort of lean over the bar a little bit and look around and go, do you have any? And sort of my voice goes kind of quiet. Small foods?
Small foods?
Yes.
Yes. What?
I am not used to being in this body, you see. I don't know if I can eat this.
Well, most Warforged can just simulate eating. You don't have to, but you can. Like the other one I was talking about, he eats. But more or less, it's just open mouth, just puts chicken in, closes mouth.
Well, I mean, that's how normal people eat.
Yeah, but it's the whole chicken.
That's pretty intense.
That
It's
takes devotion.
it's
Homie really likes
Pretty-
chicken.
pretty cool. Just like,
It's not like a live chicken, right?
no. I don't know what he does on the road though, so he might just
Actually, I kind of want to see that.
it would be a sight to behold. But
Yeah, definitely.
yes, I can get you a smaller foods, like small bites.
Just something not too big, please.
Do you want any meats? Only vegetable, fruit?
She seems to be like thinking for a bit, and then and it's like she locks up for a second, because she's not exactly expecting to be put on the quote unquote spot like this. And it's like a little click 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 clack noise as she's like sort of tapping her fingers together. Just maybe some fruit, please.
That can be done. We could do some apple bites.
Yes, that would be very good, thank you.
Alrighty. He takes a few steps. You see a woman a lot shorter than him, about 5'4", as he pops into the back and just talks to her a little, pretty much telling you your orders. And he looks to Kabda and like, Kabda, or he doesn't know your name, your order. And then looks,
Yeah, can I just tap? Do you got like grilled chicken or something?
we have grilled chicken.
I will go with that.
And he looks over to Mistilla.
Huh?
Your order, if you want to eat.
Apple juice if you have it.
We have apple juice. Do you want
Hell
any food?
I'm good right now.
Alright. He gives the order and walks over, gets a bottle of apple juice, hands it to you.
Yeah.
Like, alright. If you all need me, I'll be over here. And for
Yeah,
you,
good deal.
and if he points to Quill, the Warforged, he walks around town. If you want to hunt him down, he's around somewhere.
That seems an interesting endeavor.
All right. Well, you kids have fun now. And he pours
Oh,
a
has-
bottle
When
of
are we
ale
on?
as he drinks.
Oh, has the steak arrived yet?
After a portion of time, the steak does arrive. All of your food arrives, and it's damn good. And
Look, a robot suddenly has apple
I'll leave a
slices.
couple silvers.
yeah, more or less for all of this food, it'll just be a single gold piece. Also, then you're squared for drinks that come with it, and if you want more drinks, tell me. That can be arranged.
Nice.
Y- y'all see Quill just sort of cup an apple piece and very carefully put like eat it and then sort of perk up a little bit and
There
then
you go. You got it.
have, like 5 apple pieces at once and immediately put them straight in
Okay.
her mouth.
Okay, slow down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to throw up or something. Can you even throw up? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen her do it, but I kind of don't want to see it happen.
Yeah, I don't want to find out either.
Where? I'm scared to ask, but where does the food go?
Yeah, that's what I was
I think that was mainly like the whole issue with it at first, but I mean, you know, we'll
I
find
don't
out later.
know.
I kind of just like, you know, when you hold up like the okay hand towards Miss Stella. We both have prestidigitation. Don't worry.
Yeah, see, exactly. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved itself. Well, I mean, we solved. You know what I mean?
Is that the magic clean spell?
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's okay. That one's not too bad.
The other one that I like is, and I take the one of the arrows I have basically, and I scratch on the table surface, and then I just use mending to make the scratch disappear.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's real helpful.
Wait, did Kevda get anything to eat?
Yeah, I got some chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, like, if
That's
Kevda
a
didn't get
tough
anything to eat,
chicken.
then Junie would have cut hers in half and gave half to Kevda.
I'll be right back.
Chicken.
Alright. It's a hefty steak. It's a nice thick. It's about 12-ounce steak.
I think that might actually be too much for Junie. Well, she'll try as best as she can to get as far as she can, and, until the point where, like, I think, like a third of it would still be left, and she wouldn't be able to eat anymore.
Well then, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't eat. Like, I wouldn't eat to the point that I'd die. But okay.
This will determine how much you eat. You won't
God.
die from it. Yeah, you eat a good portion of it. Need like a doggy bag for the rest, but like you'd be a-okay.
Yeah, some parchment.
It's free snack for later.
Yeah.
I use prestidigitation to make like a small little cup, and I drink some of the wine that Kevda gave me.
Oh.
You do so.
Yeah, well, this is a nice tavern. I can get used to this place. What's this town called again?
Bravalor.
Good to know.
You want to visit this town's seer?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's just the same lady.
I mean, I want him to, but he does not want to, so it probably won't happen.
Oh, out of character. Anyone interested in a free game?
A free game?
Yeah, free game.
What's that? Free?
What's that? Like a video game that's free?
Yeah, you can get Slime Rancher for free at the moment.
Really?
Oh,
I,
Slime
I,
Rancher, I already have that.
I don't know if it's still for free, but it used to be. It was free, and I think you can
Super
still get it for
cute.
free.
If it is free, I'm gonna bug people on my server to get it. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, I can't see if it's free anymore because I have it, but it was free like yesterday. Or I was playing it earlier today.
I'll check later. But as you all eat in the tavern, the time goes slow as you just chat. And once maybe 30 minutes in, Alexander walks in, just like, "Oh, there you are. Hello."
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Hello, would you like an apple slice?
"Oh, but thank you." And he takes the apple slice and eats it. It's really
You've
good.
got a free snack. It's free snack.
Oh, they got free real estate here. It's free real estate. Who'd have thought?
We can just buy a house.
No. So, how was things while I was gone?
We got some good food. Found a giant axe. It's good stuff.
Ooh, giant axe.
And then apparently gods have
Very
gods.
exciting. Yeah,
Gods.
yeah, we found that out.
Yes, it makes sense.
I don't think it does, but you know, that's your opinion, I guess.
Well, think of it as a structure system. So you have us, and then we have what some would consider demigods or gods among men. And after them, you have normal gods, and then you have gods above gods. Just gods that don't really need anything.
You know, other guys said the same thing. All of you are weirdly informed about this, and we aren't.
Yeah.
It's more or less a belief structure.
So, since we call gods gods, do gods call the gods above them gods?
Maybe.
Like Moon.
But if gods have gods above them, do the gods have gods above them as well?
Possibly.
It's turtles all the way down.
Your Russian doll. It's just the Russian doll theory all over again.
Matryoshka.
It's gods and gods.
Oh my god.
But it makes
God.
sense. At least to me, it makes sense. So
We're
that's important.
we're not arguing with you. We're just, as our characters, trying to.
no, this is the character saying, "Oh, it just makes sense to me."
Oh.
So
Oh, I thought you were saying that our character.
no,
Well, then in character, it's like we're just kind of trying to discuss it to the point that it makes sense for us.
oh, okay.
I guess it makes sense that everyone has to have a superior if you're important.
Yeah. So it's like consider the demons and the fae and the devils. They're powerful, but then they have the gods. But there's always someone that has to put someone in line. Yeah. So there's probably gods. And gods, and then so on and so on. Like, why not?
Until it lines down into the candy of
Until we have the one above all.
Just God. It's the Catholic God. Fear him.
God, I don't know.
It is my real life God. He is in this game, and he is the God among gods. Fear him.
Oh God.
I was
Literally.
I was making a comic book reference, but okay.
Too bad.
Well, I guess you could say
Me
the
finding a Catholicism can't control me. I'm pagan.
I guess you could say the god.
I'm vegan. Just kidding, I'm not.
your vegan powers.
My religion system is vegan.
Oh god.
Good times, guys.
I love it.
Are you really a vegan?
No, I'm not.
I was
could
about
never
to
be
say.
vegan ever.
I can't either because there's too many good meat dishes here in South Africa.
I'm literally eating
Exactly.
bacon right now. And
What was that movie? Percy, this is like something versus the world.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Yeah.
The vegan police. We're here to revoke your vegan powers.
I've lost my train of thought.
We were eating food that we were talking about religion with Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we're talking about religion? With Alexander?
he goes on a tangent. Just he'll stop after like a minute because he doesn't really care that much. Like, yeah, there's gods among gods. Why wouldn't there be? It makes sense. So
Man, it was easier when I was a kid. And there was just Bahamut and no one else.
My lady, Tamora.
yes, tomorrow, Bahamut. The
Dude, I met
others.
this guy and he said Bahamut's a bitch.
Well,
I met this guy at Denny's and he said Bahamut was a bitch.
Nah, it was a demon lord, but yeah.
well, that makes sense. Some Fae say that too. Like, most Fae don't like gods. Demon lords don't like gods. Devils don't like gods. But some devils are gods. Same thing with demon lords. And same thing with Fae. It's just...
That's too confusing.
Yep. But
But,
yeah,
well, maybe we should find a place to sleep. Probably here.
makes sense. I'm gonna go get food though. And he just walks off, grabs some food. More like he comes back after about 5 minutes with a steak. As he cuts
good.
into it, it's rare. So like, yeah. So
That's how I like my steak too.
it's better this way. More flavor. Iron.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're about to get into another out of character conversation about how we like steak.
Nope. Medium rare. Then
Steak hours.
Out of character, rare.
medium to medium rare.
Yeah, medium is how I like it.
Everyone always jokes with me and says the steak's gonna grow against the lining of my stomach, and I'm like, haha. Till that day, then. But anyway, I guess we eat, we drink, we find a
We
place to
marry.
take a bath.
That is plausible.
We can chill.
I sure hope baths are plausible.
They are.
I hope so. Well, I mean, we don't have to worry because prestidigitation.
Yeah, but that only works on one foot.
Yeah, you can just do it over and over again.
Yeah. True.
But nothing beats soaking in a tub
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also,
or having like a nice shower.
it is the 24th of the rotting. I will keep on updating you on days.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the relevance of the days kind of went minute when the guy got released early.
Yes. That's what you rolled for.
Oh. Not on good behavior. Unlikely.
Got out on, hey, I have this money, here, take it. Alright.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, we might, after finishing with the Far Furies, we might need to make a stop at that jail.
Union captors beat the shit out of the jailers.
In using your by popular demand, you do that. And I think that only covers you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it does. I think it just covers you, so.
Yeah, I think it's like DM discretion or something.
That is possible. You can share a room. Like, yeah. Won't be that
No,
comfortable.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know about
mean-
you guys, but I don't need a bed, so I'm fine.
I mean, Junia is fine wherever. The only person who suffers the consequences of discomfort is Kabda, unfortunately.
Yeah. He likes beds.
So,
Oh, I just imagine like camping out and everyone's in their bedrolls.
Yeah.
You know that moment? It's almost like a cat meme where you're like talking to the cat like, "How do you like your new bed?" Almost they fall asleep in their bed, and the next morning you wake up and they're like sleeping on top of your chest. That's that's Junia with Kabda.
How do you like your bed? Oh, okay.
At first, Kabda thought it was his scarf that Junia liked. Then he gifted her a scarf, and then she still did it. And it's like, oh, it's not the scarf.
Now we know.
As you all, how long you want to get rooms, but how long are you willing to stay in the tavern before going to sleep? Like what time?
I don't have much to do, so I'll probably go to bed early.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you all head off to sleep. You doze. And you all awaken. Everything's a-okay. You're not dead in your sleep, so.
I like not dying in my sleep.
Let's see. Because of the Sentry's Rest thing, I think, yeah, 6 hours. So I don't have to go sleep for like 8 hours. So I'd probably spend the next, when people wake up, sort of tweaking my gear and like, actually I'm fiddling with, I'm fiddling with a lantern. And when people sort of start to wake up, I go, ah! And there's like a bustle of like a cloth and like a grrr click noise and something, and the sound of something shutting, and it's sudden, and as I shove it in my dress and inside of my torso, and then shut it again. Before closing my hands and going,
Oh boy.
you are awake.
Yes.
Good
Morning.
morning. Nothing disturbed us last night.
Yeah, I can see that. Good to know.
Actually, Camden wakes up first, and Quill sort of stands up and does like a motion like she's stretching, even though she really can't properly stretch, and then goes, should we wake up the others?
Yeah,
What are we
we probably should.
intending for the day?
I think we're gonna
Junia-
just keep going.
Junia would be awake. She can only sleep
Oh,
4
Junia's
hours.
should we I'm gonna suppose we should wake Bastilla.
Junior
Yeah.
sleeps for 4 hours, and like the rest of the 4 hours, when everyone else is still sleeping, she just cuddles on top of Cabda until he wakes up. She doesn't want to move and like accidentally wake him up.
Like she's just frozen.
Just carefully snug your big scaly boyfriend.
As you all awaken, once everyone does actually wake up, one of the first few things you hear is just a thud. Because you're on the second story of the tavern. 2 stories. You just hear a thoof, 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 thoop. That's it.
What does it
Oh,
sound
my.
like? A big thing walking around?
It sounds like a big thing walking around.
Oh. Does it sound like it could be the Warforged?
Maybe. Maybe not. It could be a giant.
Yeah, cool. We should check that out. It could be the Warforged.
Hearing that, she like perks up immediately and sort of like shakes Mestilla a little bit too like enthusiastically to wake her up. Before hefting her bag right over her shoulder and immediately darting right out the door instead of waiting this time.
Oh, okie dokie.
Once you get downstairs, I have to find the right picture for him. There he is, because he is a strange boy. You see this monstrosity just set down.
Lad.
Oh, how does he eat his food?
Whoa.
You see,
Yeah, no wonder he shoved a whole chicken in his face.
and you witness.
How does he go through doors?
Well, if you wait long enough,
My bad.
he pretty much just leans down, gets one arm in, then torso, pretty much squeezes in the rest of his body, trying not to break the door. I'm just like, I'm here now.
I am here, chicken meat.
More or less. He sets down and you see, just brings him it's a roasted chicken as he takes off a faceplate that he has, and you can just see a normal Warforged face. It's just built thicker and more heavy as he opens and just stuffs the chicken in and then closes. And
How
then
is he? Like, how big is he? Still medium, or is he like large?
he is considered large, but he's medium. He's about 7.5 feet tall.
Oh,
He is considered a juggernaut.
Cabda. What? Why is everyone here so big?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it is here. Don't worry. I'll keep you safe from the big things.
Thank you.
There is like a delighted like chirp noise immediately, like a whip sound, and then an immediate like a clunk 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 as she skips straight over to the table with her hands and like clasps her hands and like they're like wiggling a little bit, and it's like rattling because she's still rickety and not properly put together. and brother, I thought that I wouldn't find you so soon.
He looks down at you. He just turns a curious, hello, sister.
Yes, and like she goes, yes, and immediately turns back to the party. The hands are wiggling and like twitchy. It's just I was
I'll give her a thumbs up.
I was told that you traveled between here and other towns. I thought that perhaps you might be on the road still.
No, I will be leaving soon.
Oh, soon?
Today, yes.
Oh, a shame. But I she's like just trying to think of what to say. I have so much to ask. I haven't seen another of my kind in quite a while.
Well, it has been a while for me too. Most of our kind are built in the, he thinks for a moment, southeast to east part of the world. So that is where you can find a good portion of us. But
Yes, I
If you want to go check that out, we probably can, Quill.
somewhat displaced from where I was grafted.
someone
How long have you've been exploring this world?
Well, I'm not really exploring. I was hired by Estrago itself to watch over the roads from Lunda, Blinsfell, Olivsbjorg, Bravalor, and Holmgar. Just watching the roads in that general area, making sure no major riffraff is around, and he thunks his armor. He thunks him, because he is his own armor.
He thunks his chest.
I detour most criminals. But
You are a guardian of travelers.
yes.
That is most excellent. I am as well a follower of the she like jolts a little bit. She's like trying to sort of clear her throat in like a manner like she's trying to clear her throat because her voice is starting to glitch really badly. I as well follow the travel roads.
Yes. You know, if you find the right craftsman, they could probably fix your vocal ranges. And well,
I guess I am quite aware my vocal modules are incomplete.
but no matter what, you are still a sister. Like,
Aww.
and he just brings his hand, which is big, and just pats you. Just like, I never got your name.
Ah, my name designation is Quill.
Designation, don't. You just like, you're your own person. You are a living creature, like me. It's not a designation. You make your own name.
So like, my head like tilts to the side with a click, and it's very clear she's actually confused. She's like, I am not sure what you mean.
Oh. Well, sooner or later you'll probably figure it out. I'm Glaive.
It is most excellent to meet you, Glaive. Would you like to meet Quark?
Sure.
From all of the rattling, she sort of reaches a hand up into her hair and like ruffles it around a little bit and pulls out her now very disgruntled familiar. And he's the most angry little pissed off ball of feathers you've ever seen. He was trying to sleep.
Oh, it's an owl.
Hello,
Oh,
owl.
it like hoots in a very disgruntled manner.
Come on, little guy. And he reaches a finger. And you see your owl strangely, once he reaches his hand towards him, very calm as he just scratches under the owl's neck. Just like,
He likes you.
yes, I have a way with animals.
That doesn't happen quite often. He's usually a little bit cranky.
Most owls are, especially during the day. I have a friend too, and he gets up and just opens the door, and as a wolf, a strange wolf, as it has spikes jutting out from its back, and just it's dark as it walks in, and like you see the bartender's just like shit.
What color is the wolf?
It's black. It is black.
He's a spiky puppy.
It's a dire wolf.
He's got the big spiky puppy.
Krill immediately like leans down a little bit and holds out like a hand for the direwolf to sniff, even though it's like rickety. Looks over at Mastodon like, look, my brother has a friend like me.
Yeah, he's a spiky puppy.
We must all have small friends, maybe.
That
Yes.
would be pretty cool.
I don't need one. Junior is my small friend.
Blushes and
I
hugs
am
Caddo's
his
side.
His name is Gear. I stunk.
Well, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I stuck simple.
I'm going to very carefully like pat this direwolf, just very like ruffle hands through like the fur around the neck.
He very much likes the rubbing. It's like he is a dog, and he loves
He's
these
puppy.
rub. Now this dog is big. Like it's a big boy.
He's huge. He's a very good, very big dog.
But he allows the pets, for he is dog.
He is dog.
It is good to meet you. She's
Woof.
like she's talking kind of in a manner like if she could breathe, she'd be sort of breathless in excitement.
Yes, Gear and me have been through quite a bit.
Oh,
Well, that's
chaos recently.
Well, not really. It's just I've had him for 5 years. Now, we've just traveled. Soon my contract will be up with Estrigo, so I can head back home.
Where is
Oh.
your?
My home? Well, Nemro.
No. Yeah, I've been there. That's a pretty cool place.
It is. I like it there. A lot of our kind is there if you know the right place to look.
Yeah, I think I saw one. It was super big.
A lot of our kind is depending. Nemro has a lot of our less sentient versions of us, but still brothers and sisters.
Yeah, maybe we can take Quill there sometime. She might like that.
It is a nice place.
Maybe I can find my creator.
What is your creator's name?
I don't know. I will find him one day. I hope.
one moment.
Then I will know.
He more or less, one moment, as he grabs you by the arms and just turns you around, just so he can see
Be
you
careful
back.
with her, please, or
I
I'll
will-
have to fight you.
He looks down at you. He just shakes his head.
I will wait. She just puts up her fist.
I
My best.
Tiny fist.
am not
She's my
going.
bestest. She's my bestest friend. To be careful with her.
Okay. I'm not going to hurt her. I just want to see if the Maker left his Maker's mark. And
I
he...
got my eyes on you, though.
Do you mind if I move your dress?
Mayday. Mayday.
Don't mind holes, as in compartments are missing.
Don't worry. I've seen plenty of damage. Mainly because I've got damaged quite a bit. He looks and... You do have a Maker's mark.
He does find a lot of bare bones, in the manner of she's definitely like not even past half created before she got up and wandered off.
So, you do have a Maker's mark upside, but it's not one I've seen before, so Nemro would be a place to start.
Thank you.
No,
I was not aware of Maker's marks.
Yes, they're normally hidden, mainly for either other Warforged to identify the owner or creator for such things. Let's say you're destroyed in battle, they want to recover you and rebuild you. It's just so they know who to take you to. Like, and he...
Sort of like a if damaged, return to owner?
Yes. And he raises up his arm and folds it out and pretty much takes off a section of his forearm and just shows you a Maker's mark. This is mine. And it is a circle, and on each end of the circle, hearts split out from top, bottom, left, right. And inside the hearts are stars.
Oh, that's so cool.
And just places it back on and just locks it in. Like, that is mine. And every one of us has one. It's just trying to find where it is.
Who does that mark belong to?
This, oh, my creator's long dead.
Oh, that's so sad.
Not really. He was a dick. That's why I'm out here doing what I want to do.
Oh, I suppose it turned out okay then.
Yes, once a creator dies, you're pretty much able to do whatever you want. So,
I mean, Gil does that anyway.
yes.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to, you could pay off someone and they can do it without even notifying your creator if you wanted to. They can finish you. You could be a fully functioning Warforged.
That would be nice. I believe I would need my blueprints first.
Don't worry, you're not the most simplest of Warforged, but most people can go off on a limb, allowing certain things.
She sort of seems to ponder on that, like a hand sort of very carefully touches to her chest, where the little sort of top half of her dress is like laced together. She sort of just presses it there and seems to think a little bit more. I suppose that would be nice, yes.
It works well. It took a little bit once, a while ago whenever I was damaged. It took a while for me to get better. I was broken. Like, missing, my lower jaw. That was a pain. And,
No, no, can't eat chicken like that.
yeah. You can't.
But I suppose you got a new jaw, better jaw.
I did. This one is made out of steel instead of iron, like the last one. I was built pretty weak. Then I more or less changed myself to be a bit more sturdy.
Oh,
It's a pretty good job of it looks like.
Thank you. It took a little bit, but it ended up good in the end.
would be helpful if like real people could do that. Like, hey, can you just kind of like make me a little bit better?
Well,
Doctors try, but like they're not as good.
technically, could. Do you want to lose an arm?
Oh, what? You can replace the. Oh. You know what? Maybe if I lose one to circumstance, I will probably look after that. But I think I will keep my.
Well, the dwarves. Which city was it? And he scratches his head, but he has nothing to scratch. Narahim, they are a medical. They don't really prioritize it, but they're really good at it. Fixing up people. They
Good
have
to know.
augments. If, let's say, you lose a toe, they'll make you a toe. You lose an arm, they'll make you an arm. Lose a heart, you'll die. But don't
That's
lose
what
your
I was
heart.
gonna.
Like, we can't fix you once you lose that. But a lung, we can't fix that either. That was just
Well, good to know that I could lose my lung and instantly die.
You won't instantly die. It'll be slow and painful.
Wonderful. That's even better.
Yep.
Well, this conversation went very dark very quick.
Yes.
So as long as you stay here, but by me, I can heal you.
That works also. Healing works.
I sort of like wiggle my little like fingers. I wiggle my fingers at her.
What?
Message. Oh, it's okay, Maddie. Lots been going on. Yeah.
You're good. So, you gotta get out of his voice. So, you have your conversation with Glaive and his dog, Gear.
I'm
take a
having
quick
a
break.
wonderful time.
I gotta get water
Yeah.
and use the restroom.
All right,
Thank
yeah,
Yeah.
we can do the break.
Mhm.
Right.
All right,
I'm gonna go check on my roommate.
going to stop the recording.